Hey everybody, on today's episode of Big D's Basketball Breakdown, we are going to be taking a look at one of the most common claims amongst some NBA fans, that Kobe Bryant should have multiple MVP awards. Now, if you visit the comment section of virtually any GOAT discussion on social media or YouTube, you'll see multiple fans making some variation of the same claim, that Kobe should have 3, 4, or 5 MVPs, that Nash stole 2 MVPs from Kobe, that Kobe was always robbed of those awards. So we're going to break it down year by year and find out how many MVPs, if any, that Kobe was robbed of. While Kobe played 20 years in the league, we're only going to be looking at the years where Kobe finished in the top 5 of MVP voting. From the 2001-2002 season through the 2012-2013 season, he finished in the top 5 11 times. So let's begin. In the 2001-2002 season, Kobe finished 5th in MVP voting behind Tim Duncan, Jason Kidd, Shaq, and Tracy McGrady. He received 1 first-place vote and finished with 98 points overall, with Tim Duncan taking it with 57 first-place votes and 954 overall points. Kobe had a fantastic season as a 23-year-old, finishing with 80 games played, 25.2 points per game, 5.5 rebounds, 5.5 assists, and 1.5 steals while shooting a respectable 46.9% from the field, although he had a well below average 25% from 3. Tim Duncan that year played all 82 games while scoring 25.5 points per game, 12.7 rebounds per game, 3.7 assists, and adding in 2.5 blocks while shooting 50.8% from the field. The stats are pretty comparable, with Duncan having a slight edge in points, but with a huge edge in rebounds. The team records were identical at 58 and 24. But the biggest knock against Kobe that season was having Shaq on the team finishing above him on the MVP voting. Hard to win MVP of the league when you aren't even the best player on your team. In the 2002-2003 season, Kobe finished 3rd in MVP voting behind Tim Duncan and Kevin Garnett. He moved up, finishing with 8 first-place votes and 496 points overall. Duncan won it with 60 first-place votes and 962 overall. Kobe put up some great numbers that season, playing all 82 games, pouring in 30 a game, which was 2nd in the league behind McGrady. He also added in 6.9 rebounds, 5.9 assists, and 2.2 steals, while shooting 45.1% from the field. Duncan, on the other hand, played 81 games, scoring 23.3 points a night, while adding in 12.9 rebounds, 3.9 assists, and 2.9 blocks on 51.3% shooting. They were both first-team all-defense, so that's a wash. It's hard to make the case that Kobe was better than Duncan that year. However, the dagger for Kobe was the combination of the team record, with the Spurs winning 10 more games than the Lakers, and having Shaq siphoning off votes. He finished 5th in voting. So nothing particularly controversial this season. In the 2003-2004 season, Kobe finished 5th in voting behind Garnett, Duncan, Jermaine O'Neal, and Peja. Kobe had solid numbers, but only played 65 games, scoring 24 a night while adding in 5.5 rebounds, 5.1 assists, 1.7 steals, but shooting only 43.8% from the field. He received 0 first-place votes and 212 overall, while Garnett had arguably his greatest year ever, playing all 82 games, scoring 24.2 a night while adding 13.9 rebounds, 5 assists, 1.5 steals, 2.2 blocks, and shooting 49.9% from the field. Garnett also had the better team record, winning 2 more games than the Lakers did. So again, nothing controversial about that year's winner. In the 2004-2005 season, Kobe didn't get a single MVP vote as he was injured and only played 66 games, and the Lakers finished with a 34-48 record. The winner that year was Steve Nash, in one of the closest MVP races ever, with Nash getting 65 first-place votes and 1,066 points overall, to Shaq, who got 58 first-place votes and 1,032 points overall. So there's really no case whatsoever that Kobe should have won it that year. In the 2005-2006 season, Kobe finished 4th in voting behind Nash, LeBron, and Dirk. Kobe had a fantastic year, playing 80 games while putting up 35.4 points a game, which at the time was the 2nd highest season average since the merger. He also added in 5.3 rebounds, 4.5 assists, and 1.8 steals on 45% shooting. Despite the season he had, he only got 22 first-place votes and 483 points overall. Nash finished with 57 first-place votes and 924 points overall while putting up 18.8 points a game, 4.2 rebounds, and 10.5 assists on 51.2% shooting. The biggest knock against Kobe that year was the team record, where the Lakers finished 45-37, compared to the Suns' 54-28. And while you can argue that Kobe had better stats than Nash did, the conversation becomes a little more complicated once you add LeBron to the mix, who finished second in voting with 16 first-place votes and 688 points overall. He scored 31.4 points a game, finishing third behind Kobe and Iverson, but had 7 rebounds, 6.6 assists, 1.6 steals while shooting 48% from the field with a better record than Kobe, 50 wins versus 45 wins. This was such a strangely balanced year, with 5 guys getting double-digit first-place votes for MVP, which is the only time since the merger that this has happened. Is there a case to be made that Kobe should have won it? Perhaps, but LeBron has just as strong a case that he should have won it over Nash as well. In the 2006-2007 season, Kobe finished third behind Dirk and Nash, getting 2 first-place votes and 521 points overall, compared to Dirk, who received 83 first-place votes and 1,138 points. Kobe had another stellar season, playing 77 games, scoring 31.6 points a game, grabbing 5.7 rebounds, 5.4 assists, and 1.4 steals on 46.3% shooting. Dirk had his career year, playing 78 games, scoring 24.6 points a game, grabbing 8.9 rebounds, 3.4 assists while shooting 50.2% from the field. Biggest knock against Kobe that year, and what was likely the deciding factor, was team records. While their stats were comparable, the Lakers finished the year 42-40, while the Mavericks were 67-15. Being 25 games off the pace is hard to overcome, especially when there's nothing that really set Kobe head and shoulders above Dirk. In the 2007-2008 season, Kobe finally reached the top of the mountain, winning MVP. He played all 82 games, scored 28.3 points a game, had 6.3 rebounds, 5.4 assists, and 1.8 steals while shooting 45.9% from the field. Kobe got 82 first-place votes and 1,100 overall, with Chris Paul coming in second with 28 first-place votes and 894 points. In the 2008-2009 season, Kobe finished second in MVP voting to LeBron James, with 2 first-place votes and 698 points overall. Kobe had a monster year, playing 82 games, scoring 26.8 points a night, 5.2 rebounds, 4.9 assists, and 1.5 steals while shooting 46.7% from the field. The problem for Kobe was that LeBron was simply better in every aspect of the game, averaging more points, rebounds, assists, steals, blocks, while shooting it better from 2 and 3, and having the better team record, 66 wins versus 65 wins. Kobe was great, but LeBron was simply better, which showed in the voting as he received 109 first-place votes. In the 2009-2010 season, Kobe finished third in voting behind LeBron and Kevin Durant. Kobe had a solid season, playing 73 games, scoring 27 points a game with 5.4 rebounds, 5 assists, and 1.5 steals on 45.6% shooting. LeBron, however, was simply dominant, getting 116 first-place votes and averaging more points, rebounds, assists, steals, and blocks while shooting it better from 2 and 3, while again having the better team record. In fact, LeBron upped his first-place votes to 116, with Kobe receiving 0. Once again, nothing controversial in this result. In the 2010-2011 season, Kobe finished fourth in voting behind Derrick Rose, Dwight Howard, and LeBron. Kobe had another solid season, playing 82 games, scoring 25.3 points a game, 5.1 rebounds, 4.7 assists, and 1.2 steals while shooting 45.1% from the field. Rose had his best year as a pro, scoring 25 a night, 4.1 rebounds, 7.7 assists, 1 steal on 44.5% shooting, and had the better team record by 5 wins. However, Kobe only got 1 first-place vote, and 428 points overall. Rose ran away with the award, getting 113 first-place votes and 1,182 points overall. While a case could potentially be made that Kobe had a better year than Rose, he was still behind LeBron in every category. So even if Rose wasn't the true MVP, it wasn't Kobe. In the 2011-2012 season, Kobe finished fourth in voting behind LeBron, Durant, and Chris Paul, getting 2 first-place votes and 352 points overall. Kobe had another solid season, playing 58 of the 66 games in the shortened season. He scored 27.9 points per game, had 5.4 rebounds, 4.6 assists, 1.2 steals on 43% shooting. LeBron, who got 85 first-place votes and 1,074 points overall, played in 62 games, scoring 27.1 points, 7.9 rebounds, 6.2 assists, and 1.9 steals while shooting 53.1% from the field. Really hard to make the case that Kobe deserved it over LeBron that year. The 2012-2013 season, Kobe finished fifth in voting behind LeBron, Durant, Carmelo, and Chris Paul, getting 0 first-place votes and 184 points overall. Kobe had a solid year, playing 78 games, scoring 27.3 points a game, 5.6 rebounds, 6 assists, and 1.4 steals on 46.3% shooting. However, this was arguably LeBron's best season on one of the best teams of all time, scoring 26.8 points a game, 8 rebounds, 7.3 assists, 1.7 steals while shooting 56.5% from the field and 40.6% from 3, while coming in second in Defensive Player of the Year voting. LeBron was 1 vote shy of a unanimous MVP, with that vote going to Carmelo. So there's zero case that Kobe deserved the MVP over LeBron. And there you have it, every single year that Kobe was in the top 5 of MVP voting. Despite the constant claims from Kobe and Laker fans that he should have 3 or 4 MVP awards, the reality is much clearer. Kobe had exactly as many MVPs as he deserved, at least in my opinion. Am I wrong though? Do you think Kobe has a case in any of these years? Let me know in the comments below.